are coming back. So I decided to go on the fritz there. So hopefully when we upload this to YouTube, we're going to start on the right track. So like I had planned, we're gonna go more magic-based style of this game. This will be good. Legendary Strike. Name as always.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard. For all that, he's trained you to be the best of us. You're not Master Li yet. I would welcome another match with you, though. Let's say one more before we break for the day. Let us begin. Did you see? Master Li is watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it. You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Li told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush. Master Li just went into his house. It's just over there, as always. You'll have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to talk.
No real visual markers of where
I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Earn a Master from Tales of Doom. A rival challenges for station in the past and haunts the present. Your training nears its completion in the idyllic setting of Two Rivers. Master Li promises that soon you will know more about how you came here and where your future will lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest, and shadowy assassins who heed no law. Ooh. Sounds like a good time. Okay, now, in the interest of not suddenly having this quit out on me again, I am just going to save here. Hopefully, it won't quit out on us anymore. Harmonic combinations. To fight without thought is suicide. The path to victory is laid out one step at a time, each ahead of your opponents. This is just basically indicating how you institute a combo in the game. Auspicious Portents. Understanding the stars in the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home we can see the signs of his effects on creation. Of the observable phenomena, 3 major ones are the most auspicious: comets, the flames of the heavens passing across the sky; eclipses, during which the power of the gods blocks the sun for brief periods; and falling stars, marking the descent of one of the celestial bureaucracy to the earth. Tofan, or the Old Tongue, was the native language of one of many kingdoms struggling for supremacy before the empire was unfiled by Sagacious Qian, our first emperor. As the wars raged, constant shifts in territorial leadership spread the use of the Old Tongue. By the time Sagacious X formed the empire, the Old Tongue was so widely spread that it became a second official language of the Jade Empire.
Typical.
Martial styles. The Long Drought. The Long Drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and low rainfall took their toll on even the prodigious reserves of the Empire's granaries, and they really like their whole, full trip over your words kind of language in vocabulary in these lore books. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastating dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mount into the hundreds of thousands. The Emperor Sung Hai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was. Through the Emperor's divine will, green returned to our parched land, and stability was restored. Stars, Master Li.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
Well, this is true. I am meant for great things.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember that classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
So I really like some of the things that they have, that they say in this game. These kind of one-liners I think are very well delivered and done. That sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you've been defeated.
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Li!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him, and Qiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Li. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
Yeah, I want to
You
fight
will
them.
have your chance to fight soon enough. Go to Gujin, the weapon master. He has a weapon for you, and you will have need of it before long. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
Well, this is also true, but I feel we'll just go ahead along with
The
it.
time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
There's no reason not to open every single chest I can. A statue of a lion stands behind an altar. It is marked as a training aid designed by a previous master of the school. There is a crystal sphere in the lion's paw. The altar is less ordinate than the statue and lacks a sense of permanence. Something activates as you approach. The sphere in the lion's paw begins to glow with blue light. The sphere changes color to red. Sphere changes color again, glowing with a yellow light. The statue dispenses a silver coin. An unfamiliar voice begins to emanate from the lion.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
Collect the figurines and stuff. Again, that's just another example of the neat little things that they've put into this game that I think are just, that really make it, you know? You get those little one-liners, and the humble path is obvious and safe, but he's the way of a cook, not a champion. Which I think is a cool way of saying, like, you know, there's always options, and one is maybe nice and safe, but you're not going to get much out of it. I think. And it's saying that in a whole kind of, you know, new way, right?
Oh, senior student. Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best.
Two against
This is
one?
good news. We'll try
That's
to go
not fair
easy
for them.
on you.
Legendary strike.
Oh, she has a
That's enough. I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's so nice here.
We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
Smiling Mountain is the name I want to have. This grave appears to be dedicated to the old master, a former instructor of the school. It is a humble tribute, not even bearing his name. A small bowl sits beneath a stylized image of a lion, ready to accept offerings of silver to speed the spirit of departed to his rest. The coin disappears through the thin slot in the bottom of the bowl. There is an audible clicking sound. The lion image detaches from the gravestone. It appears to have little value. But I bet I know where we can take it. Back to that lion. Let's examine the markings. The altar and statue serve to show students a real example of lessons otherwise presented abstractly in class. It is not seen use in some time. The altar is less ornate than the statue, and was replaced many times after frustrated or deliberate outbursts from students, but that too is part of the exercise. There is mention of greater reward for the more investigative path. but that was probably an additional element of the